Hey there guys, welcome back for another heroic quest with Heroquest. So, last time we did Lair of the Orc Warlord. If you haven't watched that video, there'll be a link up in the top corner here for you to go and watch that one. But this time we are doing Prince Magnus Gold. So just a quick recap on the last one. Obviously we made it out of the dungeon, or I think it was a keep that he was in, and our heroes had enough gold each, or a little bit of sharing, to buy some armor. Each of them bought a helmet, each of the main three, so the elf, the dwarf and the barbarian, bought a helmet, which now gives them 3 defend dice, making them just a little bit tougher. And the wizard actually got the the staff, which allows diagonal attacks, from the elf who found it during that quest. So this time we are going for Prince Magnus's gold, so let's take a look.
3 treasure chests have been stolen while being taken to the king. A reward of 240 gold coins has been offered to any group of heroes who return the chests and all of the gold. The thieves are a well-known band of orcs whose lair is in the Dark Mountains. They are led by Gulthor, a dread warrior.
So we have to go and find some treasure. Obviously, as always, I will keep this here on screen as much as possible. I may have to move it around the board, depending on where we are placing things. We've got our first tile, our stairs, and obviously whatever room that's going in is going to have a door. So let's have a look and begin this quest. Oh, right down here in the first room. So, before I get started, I will actually correct something that I have been doing on the previous 2 quests. I thought the rule said that a hero saves on either a white shield or a black shield. It turns out they only save on white shields. So a lot of the time when I've been getting black shields, they should have been taking wounds and weren't. So yeah, my bad on that. I'm not going to redo the quests, but going forward they're going to be a little bit weaker, as they save on 2 shields, not 3, so they've got a 2 in 6 chance of saving, but they now have the extra dice, defend dice, or at least the main 3 do. Wizard's still weak as always, but hopefully that will help them get through a little bit more. So we've got the pieces on the board there. Let's place our heroes, doesn't matter what order, and as always they can move up to 6 spaces if there are no monsters on the board. If they open a door and it reveals monsters, then they can move the remaining of that 6, whichever hero's turn it is. The rest of them will then roll, and aside from that, that is pretty... Oh, and I can move them in any order I want, or they can take their turn in any order they want. It just makes for being able to support each other a little bit better. So let's have a look. We have to find Prince Magnus's gold. You must retrieve the 3 stolen treasure chests from the band of thieves who fled to their lair in the Dark Mountains. To complete this quest, all heroes must return to the stairway with each of Prince Magnus's treasure chests.
When you need my guidance, listen deep within yourselves.
Okay, so we've got 3 treasure chests that we need to bring back to this location. You'll notice that I have zoomed the camera in to focus on the area we are working in. Hopefully I can keep the dice rolls within the area that we are in, otherwise I will slide them within view. So first of all, we'll go ahead and get the barbarian moving. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, which will be 3 here. Yes, we will open the door. And we got 2 goblins. 1, 2. So, as I said, he can finish his move, so he's got 3 left. So he'll go 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go 3 because we know we can make it. We'll go 3 and position him here. That is going to try and open the door, but we're not doing that. Nope. So that's his turn there. He has 3 attack dice, so he's going to swing at that goblin. 3 hits, goblin is dead. He can only defend 1, so
The goblin has died.
first casualty. Okay, next up we'll do the dwarf. 5. Oh, so let's end his turn, and then we'll do the dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets him over to here. And we will attack. 1 hit. Can the goblin save? No, he can't. Another dead. Easy.
The goblin has died.
Okay. Next, so there's nothing left, so we'll go back to moving 6. End his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get him to there. He will search the room for treasure. Don't really need to do that on there.
Searches the area for treasure. Draw a treasure card.
So I have shuffled these guys, so they are random, but we do find a gem. So the elf finds a gem worth 35 gold coins, and this will not go back into the pile. I'll put it just off to the edge there. And finally we'll have the wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. So we can get him there.
My forces strike in great number. Hero's turn.
Okay, so back to the barbarian. Open the door. Okay, so we know we're not going that way. Okay, so there's an orc down the other end. So he's moved 1, and then we can move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that gets him up to there. And because we now have the orc down the end here, the others have to roll. So yes, we will end his turn. Yeah, we'll do the elf next. 6. And there's nothing that he can do. So we'll do the dwarf. Oh, that's 6 as well. And then the elf. Only 4. Luckily, I think that actually still puts them behind them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Into a line as they pass down this dark, dingy corridor.
Sargon's turn.
So the orc charges up the board after seeing the heroes emerge from the doorway.
dread magic should overcome all.
What do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if we can get it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, can we get it with the elf? Oh, that's much better. So we've got... Oh, I didn't move him. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. So we've got a blocked access way there. Okay. And he will attack that orc. And misses. As he swings across, the orc manages to block it with his sword. We'll end his turn. The dwarf. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't because the barbarian's there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll do the wizard. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that works. So he'll be there. And Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn. Yourself, elf. Roll your defend dice.
Of which he now has 3. So come on, white shields. Saves 2. Takes 1 hit. It's not too bad. So he goes down to 5 body points. Let's adjust it on here.
Only dread lies
So
ahead.
first thing, we'll move him up to there. Then we'll actually do the elf's turn. So that move was just to get it from where I'd messed up last time. So the elf is going to take a swing with his... What does he have? A dagger, I think it is. And misses again. That wall, so close to him, it's just bash against the wall each time. So that's the... no, we'll have him move back a bit. So we'll have him move back 1. Ooh, no, we want to move him back 1. Okay, barbarian's turn. Hopefully we can get enough to get him up front. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll take a swing at the orc with his broadsword for 1 hit, and the orc fails to save.
The orc has been defeated.
Okay, let's get the dwarf charging up to this door. Oh, they can move 6, but we'll roll just in case we can get the 12. No, so he can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put some just in front of the barbarian. And then the wizard can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets him here.
My dread forces will block your escape. Hero's turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What we'll do, we'll pull this over here a little bit for now. Make it closer so I'm not stretching across the table. That's his turn. Then we'll get the dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll have the elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the wizard will follow up in the rear.
Prepare for some dread. Hero's turn.
Okay, we'll do the dwarf first. So 1, 2, 3 to the door. And 2 orcs in this room. Let's go with a lady orc and her big brother. So where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets him to there, which is enough to attack ladies first, and misses as he comes charging in for a huge swing, and the orc just takes a step back. Barbarian, hearing the dwarf shout for help, he charges in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up here. There we go.
Barbarian triggers a trap.
Oh
Careful.
no!
I wouldn't want you to get stuck.
This is where I was getting it wrong, because a skull, but we got a if this is where you can do either shield as a save, and I was getting it confused for combat. So yes, lost 1 body point. So we are down to 7 for him, and he can still attack, so he is going to take a swing at these orcs for 1 hit. And the orc is going to try and save, and fails. 1 body point.
The orc has died.
So that is the end of his turn. Next, we're going to see if we can get the elf in there. Oh, that one slid off, but it is a 6, so we've got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually going to have him here because I want to see if we can get the wizard in there. Then again, that table counts as blocking terrain, so the wizard still wouldn't be able to attack diagonal, I don't think. So no, we'll say that he can't, the table would be in the way. And I didn't move him. 1, 2... no, he's got to roll, doesn't he? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not enough to get over into that back, so he'll come up to the door, and that's the end of his turn.
Sargon's turn. Defend yourself, dwarf. Roll your defend dice.
Oh, no defend. That's 2 hits on the dwarf. As she steps back from his swing, swings back
Hero's
into him,
turn.
slamming her sword into his chest. Okay, we'll move the barbarian to a flanking position. 1, 2, 3. What I'll do is just move the elf up to her correct board position. There we go. And we can go back to the barbarian and see if we can smash this orc from behind. Orc from behind. 2 hits. And fails to save as she's too focused on the dwarf in front of her.
The orc has been defeated.
Okay, that is it for his turns. So the dwarf, I think this time, so we'll go on. The dwarf is going to search for treasure. And we have a, oh, get it in camera, a potion of healing. So there we go. We'll mark that on his thing here. I just write healing, don't I, for them? We know it's a potion. If it's a scroll or something like that, I'll write healing scroll. But if it's just healing, then I know it's potion. So he doesn't really need to use it yet. He can get up to 6 body points back. He's only 2 short, so yeah, that's fine. The dwarf can now move. He can move his 6 actually, because there's no monsters. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, we want to open door, and I muted the sound on this. So we got a door over here. The open door here. And 2 orcs guarding it. Let's just have a couple of guide orcs this time. So one in front here with his big axe, and one here. So the dwarf has 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Yes, he can get up to 3, up to there. And he probably shouldn't have, because he just searched for treasure, so he can't attack this turn. Never mind. That's the end of his turn. Okay, let's see if we can get the elf up. So we've got 3 and 5 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just. Make sure that we move her. And she will attack. 1 hit, 1 miss. And the orc saves, throwing his axe up to meet her short sword. That's the end of her turn. The wizard is going to try and make his way in there and get to the barbarian. 1, 2, 3. So he runs up to the barbarian. Hey, I think you better get in there and help them kill those orcs.
Sargon's turn. Defend yourself, elf. Roll your defend dice.
Oh, thank you, now that we've got triple dice. So that's defended.
Defend yourself.
Come on.
Roll your defend dice.
3 shields, come on. 1 shield. Taking 2 more hits. Oh, I hadn't done it before, had I? So he's now on 3. There. I forgot to update it.
Turn.
Okay, so first thing we're going to do is use that potion of healing from the dwarf. So it's roll 1 dice to get 1 body point. Wow. That was terrible. Okay. If he is using a potion or using something, let me just check the rules on that. I don't think using an item is an action. No. So the actions are attack, cast a spell, search for treasure, search for secret doors, search for traps, and disarm a trap. So he is actually okay at the minute for attack him. So he's going to attack that orc in front of him. Yep, 2 dice for 1 hit. Can the orc save? No, he doesn't. That orc is dead.
The orc has been defeated.
And that's the end of the dwarf's turn. So yeah, we'll bring the barbarian in. Hopefully he can get up next to that orc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put some right next to him. And then he will attack. 3 hits. The orc can only save a maximum of 2, which means he is deaded.
The orc has died.
Okay, so that's the end of the barbarian's turn. He can't do anything else. Now they've moved through most of that room and not hit any traps, so I'm not going to search for traps. I will have the elf search for treasure, and this is going to be a wandering monster this time. Here we go. Yes, of course it is. So we've got actions. Search for treasure.
Searches the area for treasure. Draw a treasure card.
That is not good.
Sargon's turn. Try to defend yourself.
That goes back.
Roll your defend dice.
No, the elf takes 2 hits. So we got 5, 4, 3.
Hero's turn.
Okay. It was the barbarian that killed the orc, so the elf can still fight. It's going to hit that abomination. Oh no! That ended the turn for all of us because it's gone back. Is that how it works? Let me read that. I did put it at the bottom. So, as you are searching, a monster stalks you and attacks. Zargon places the wandering monster on the square. The monsters attack immediately. Return this card to the bottom. The monster attacks immediately, which to me says that it wouldn't have been Zargon's turn as such. It would have been the monster's turn, and then it would go back to the rest of the elf's turn, the wizard's turn, and then back to Zargon's turn. So that to me says that the app is, well, it's done badly. So yeah, okay guys, never mind. Looks like it's our turn, starting again, so we'll take the barbarian. Actually, we can skip it. We'll say that the elf gets his turn to attack. Because what we can do, we can just put it back to what it was there. The dwarf had his turn. So now it's the elf turn. She's going to attack that thing for 1 hit, and that thing gets 3 saves and misses, so he takes 1 point of body damage, and that's the end of the elf's turn. Now it's the wizard's turn. Come on, wizard, get up there. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Right up in its face. Still only 1 attack dice, but it can attack diagonal now. Not that it matters in this instance. And misses. Just too weak that it just bounces off the scales, the toughened scales of that abomination.
Sargon's turn. Try to defend yourself, elf. Roll your defend dice.
1 defend, so 1 wound. And mark it down on here. So we've got 2.
Hero's turn.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to try and take out the abomination with the barbarian. I mean, we know he's going to be able to move at least 2, so he gets to the corner and takes a swing at it. 1 hit. Can it save? Yes, it does. That's the end of his turn. I don't think he's taken any wound. Oh, he's taken one, so he's okay for now. So the elf is going to use his potion of healing that he has for 4 points, bringing him back up to 6. Brilliant. So he can go back up. There we go. And potions are free use, so he's then going to attack the abomination. And misses. Too busy drinking that potion. He's actually then going to move down 1. Just so that the dwarf can get in there for a swing as well. So the dwarf is going to move in 1. I'm not going to roll because obviously his attack's over. Oh, his movement's over rather. Move him up. 1 hit. And, oh, 2 saves. Definitely not killed off yet. And finally, the wizard. Can he do it with his one-shot staff? Nope. Oh, let's end his turn.
Sargon's turn. Defend yourself, barbarian. Roll your defend dice.
So he got 2 hits on him. And saves 1. So the barbarian is down to 6 body points.
Hero's turn.
And with that, he takes a swing directly back at it for 1 hit. And it doesn't get saved. The abomination is dead.
The abomination has been defeated.
Okay, he's now going to move. Obviously, he gets his 6 squares. Okay, so we've got the open door there. And a blocked area there. He will then move out into the... Oh, we have to do that. Into the corridor. So we have a door here. And 1 here. And another blocked passage. Okay, and then he will move. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll move him up and open that door. So we've got 2 doors to this room. And the torture rack. Along with 2 goblins. One by this door. And 1 here. Shall we have him move into the room? No, we'll have him finish his last bit.
Barbarian triggers a trap.
Really?
The floor gives way.
1 body point. Right. So 1 body point down. He's now down to 5. And a pit trap under him. There. That sucks. And that ends his turn. Okay, let's get the dwarf up and into that room. So we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he is going to swing at that goblin and miss. The elf. Ooh, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, go around that way. And he is going to attack. 1 hit. And the goblin fails to save. As the elf comes in and rams his dagger into his tiny chest. Okay, and the wizard. 2. 1, 2. That wasn't a lot.
My goal is to destroy you, heroes. Defend yourself, dwarf. Roll your defend dice.
Okay, so that was 1 hit from the goblin. And 1 save for the dwarf. That was lucky.
Hero's turn.
Okay, we'll do the dwarf first. He's going to attack. 2 hits means that gobbo is dead.
The goblin has died.
Okay, I can't see there being any traps in here. So we'll send the dwarf. I know you can't see on screen, guys, but we'll send the dwarf up into this top room and the elf will have come this way. Barbarian will follow the elf and the wizard will follow the dwarf. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is just move this a little bit over this way. So we've got to... We'll do the elf first. There's 1. And then we'll move out here. Oh, and then we'll move out here, and I think we'll do a...
Elf triggers a trap. The floor gives way.
That's not even funny. I was going to search for traps out there. Okay, so that's a body point down. He's down to 5 again. So that's the end of his turn when they fall in pits, I think. Barbarian, he's actually going to move into this room. So we'll get him out of there. Nothing in there. Oh. We'll have him move in. And what do we want to search for? We'll search for treasure, and then just before... Actually, we'll search for secret doors. And then just before we move back out, we'll search for treasure. So, let's search for secret doors.
Barbarian searches
Nothing.
for secret doors.
Okay.
No secret doors found.
We'll leave them in there then. That will bring us to the dwarf. 1, 2 to there. And a lonely orc. And then the dwarf will finish moving and hit him. swing that axe right through his gut. Or not. He's going to swing and miss. Again, this dwarf really isn't doing too good today. So that's the end of his turn. Let's see if we can at least get the wizard up there. That's at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gets him right where the goblin was, or in front of where the goblin was.
Sargon's turn. Self, dwarf, roll your defend dice.
Ouch. 3 skulls. 2 saves, that's not too bad. But it's not great either. I didn't put his body when he healed, so we are back down to 3.
Hero's turn.
Okay, Barbarian is going to search for treasure, and then leg it up to help the dwarf. So we want actions. Search for treasure.
Barbarian searches the area for treasure. Draw a treasure card.
Ooh, we have 50 gold coins worth of jewels. So Barbarian got 50. He's already got 45, so that's 95 now. And then we'll move him as far up as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to jump it. You must have enough movement. So we roll. White shield. May move safely. Continuing. And then one more won't get him anywhere. There's no point in moving him. So we'll end his turn there. Okay, so yep, we'll move him up. And then it will be the wizard's turn. Let's do the elf's turn. Let's do the dwarf and see if he can kill this orc. Nope, that is 2 shields. He's then actually going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It won't make a difference, so no, that's fine. So we'll leave him there. We'll get the wizard to try and move up for a hit. Yep, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And he's gonna take a swing. Oh, and that's a hit. Can he save? No, he didn't. That is the orc dead.
The orc has been defeated.
So that's the end of the wizard's turn. He can't search because he attacked. And so the elf, let's move the elf up into this room then. He can move his 6, so we'll go 1, 2.
Elf triggers a trap.
Another trap! Oh, damn!
Want you to get stuck.
Really? Loses a body point. So he's down to 4. And then he opens the door. Oh, I forgot to put the tile down here. So that one is on the corner there. Okay, so we've got a bookcase. Is that the bookcase? Yep, it's got the little. No, it doesn't. It's just the cupboard. Alright, up in the top corner there. Okay. So he's got the rest of his movement. We'll go into this room by one, and then we'll search for traps just to make sure we don't trigger anything.
Searches the area for traps. No traps discovered.
Okay, so that's his turn done, and now we can
Sargon's turn.
cycle back
Hero's
through.
turn.
So the barbarian, we'll have him go the safe way. It is a bit longer, but we'll have him come up and across. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. We'll have end his turn. We'll have the dwarf moving 1, 2, open the door. One, 2, 3. We know there's no traps in there, so we'll move to there and search for secret doors. Oh,
Searches
there we
for
go.
Secret doors. Secret door discovered.
Otherwise it would have been one of these two rooms. I don't think. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I can't see there will be one here because there's that blocked. But yeah, I would have had to go all the way back through searching. So that's 5. We'll leave him there. Update his model. So that's the end of his turn. Let's get the elf through there if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Better not be a trap. I thought I was going to say it was a trap then. Okay, so let's move this down here because we're not using this part of the board at the minute until we come running back through. Is that right? Nope, that's right after the door there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? He was just in there. 1, 2. So no, it's 5. So there will be 6. Okay. And that's it. End his turn. And we'll update the mini. And the wizard. Nope, doesn't need to do that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 isn't going to work. He'll have to queue at the back there.
Zargon, control the game board. Peril lies in each step you take.
Ah, he can actually stand on there, can't he? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barbarian's going to get to there. That'll be the end of his turn. Let's see, we'll do the elf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if we can 6. Nothing visible. Okay. Let's see, so that's the end of his turn. Dwarf is going to move his 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the wizard, he's in that room. That room hasn't had treasure searched in it yet. So...
Wizard, searches the area for treasure. Draw a treasure
Oh,
card.
potion of healing. Wow. He's already got 2, so that's a third one. I mean, it's good because he's the weakest, but at the same time, the other guys are needing it. I might actually palm that off to the dwarf if he can catch up. So 6. Oh, he didn't need to do that, did he? 6 anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so he can get up to the dwarf and palm that off to him for the dwarf to use to try and heal. No comment on my handwriting. So we need to move that mini.
Sargon's turn. Hero's turn.
Okay, so first of all we'll do the elf. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I want to bring him back 1. I want to move him 3 so that the dwarf can get in front. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. The dwarf next is going to use the potion of healing. 6 points, awesome. So that brings him all the way back up to his 7 because you can't go over your starting amount. It's weird that there's nothing that increases their starting amount within any of the expansions as far as I know. So then we'll move him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get him in front of the elf. Wow, we're moving right around the board. That's his turn. Barbarian. Oh, we don't need to roll. We are moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. End turn. Update the model. And then the wizard is going to do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're all rushing off and leaving the barbarian behind.
Prepare to meet the unknown.
Okay, we'll start with the dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and around that corner. Really shouldn't be rushing off like this, but there we go. So we are down here, and we'll use this door, which is there.
Dwarf triggers a trap. Careful.
I knew it.
I want you to get stuck.
I knew it. Come on. Get lucky. Dive out the way. He manages to dive out the way. Oh. Okay. Elf's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's update these. Then we'll do the barbarian. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sargon's turn. Hero's turn.
Okay, dwarf. Let's have... I don't want to risk any more traps down there. It'll be alright. We'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to really... No, we won't open the door. We'll have him stand outside it and wait for the party to catch up. So the elf will be 6 to behind him. The barbarian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The wizard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I've brought the characters back up to where they should be.
Sargon's
Okay.
turn. Hero's turn.
Let's get the... We'll get the barbarian up to here. And end his turn, unfortunately. And we'll get the dwarf to open the door. So we've got a fireplace. Somebody's obviously keeping warm in here. And do I run out of doors? I run out of doors. There we go. Oh, 3 orcs. Three orcs having a little party, and all of a sudden they hear that door get kicked open. They spin round to see this pointy little dwarf in the way. It would have been that door to put there, wouldn't it? Who then charges in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ducking out of the way of 1 or 2 of them to try and get the guy at the back. So he's going to roll his attacks. Both miss with white shields. The elf is then going to charge in, but she actually needs to roll now. 8. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As she comes charging in to assist the dwarf. With a hit. And the orc fails his save. So that's that one dead.
The orc has been defeated.
Okay, the wizard is going to be stupidly brave. Oh, we've got a roll for him. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down into this corner. And take a swing at that orc. Oh, yes. That was a skull. Can the orc save? No! The wizard comes swinging in, cracks the dwarf with his staff. Or the orc with his staff. Killing him with a heavy blow to the head. Now it's Zargon's turn.
Sargon's turn. Self, dwarf. Roll your defend dice.
Oh! All fail. That's 3. 7, 6, 5, 4 body points remaining. And I didn't do that when he healed.
Hero's turn.
Okay, dwarf is angry at that. He's going to swing before anybody has a chance to do anything. 2 skulls. The orc suddenly panicking. Fails to save either of them. Dying with an axe in his head.
Has been defeated.
The dwarf is then going to... Yeah, we'll open that door. And we'll come out 1. Door there. And an orc guarding it. Oh, you know it's going to have some things in there then. So he's moved to 3, 4, 5. So we'll move him and keep him 1 away. That way, if we can get something to follow in behind him, they can get in front, hopefully. I don't think the barbarian, unless he rolls a 12, is not going to make that. Let's have a look. An 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. How about the wizard? Or the elf, sorry. He does better with 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he is going to attack the orc. Okay, so we have 2 dice, 1 hit, and 1 save. That now leaves him facing off against that orc. And finally, the wizard, with the highest roll out of them all, is going to just move to here and end his turn. Looking at this, so dwarf definitely needs to heal, doesn't have any healing potions. Barbarian could do with healing, and so could the elf. And the wizard has 2 potions of healing. Well, we've ended his turn now, otherwise I should have moved him up and passed a potion of healing onto the dwarf there.
Sargon's turn. Defend yourself, elf. Roll your defend dice.
Oh, that one went behind, but it is 2 skulls, and the orc rolled 2 hits, so those are saved.
Hero's turn.
Okay, let's have the elf may as well attack first. 2 hits, and the orc fails to save.
The orc has been defeated.
Okay, the elf goes to step forward, and the... Actually, no, we can do that. The elf is going to step forward here. He's going to open the door. There's the treasure we've been looking for. Let's move this out of the way, as we're going to have combat in that room. Oh, there are some enemies in here. So we've got 2 goblins, 1 here and 1 here. We've got 2 orcs, 1 here and here. We have an abomination. If we can get between them. And we have a dread knight, is it? Or dread warrior? Guarding that treasure. The elf sees this and gulps. Okay, and I realised I have actually messed up, because it is the elf's turn now. He's at that door, and I wanted to pass him a healing potion before anything happened. But I now have to end his turn. Get the elf, the wizard, to move. That was a 11. Between these 2, he's going to pass a potion of healing over to each of them. And they will use it, so I'm not going to mark it on their sheet. So for the dwarf, he is going to get back 6, which will bring him all the way back up to his 7. And for the elf, we'll roll it now because he's going to do it at the beginning of her turn anyway. 3, which brings her back up to 7, but body points is max is 6, so it brings her back up to 6. That's fine. So that's ending his turn. The barbarian is going to do the same. He's going to use his one. Wow, that was rolling brilliant. So he's back up to 8. Let's just make sure these are correct on here. Not that it matters too much. Elf is back up to 6. Dwarf is back up to 7. And the wizard hasn't lost any points. So we've got the barbarian is going to finish his turn. Let's see if we can charge him into that room. 12, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's just going to charge straight up to that abomination and smash into it with his broadsword. I think he has. Yeah, the longsword is the other one. For 1 hit, really. But it doesn't save it. So it loses a body point. Okay, so we'll end his turn. And then finally the dwarf. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 will get him just up behind the barbarian. He doesn't have anything else that he can use. We do have a potion of strength. What I'm going to do, guys, is just look at the card, and then I will reshuffle them. I just want to see what the potion of strength does. I think it's in here. Potion of strength. Roll 2 extra combat dice the next time you attack. Okay, so we'll reshuffle these. Go. There we go. They're reshuffled. So that's 2 extra combat dice next time he attacks. So we will definitely do that when we are fighting the Dread Knight or Dread Warrior at the back. He'll use that one. He did use his potion of healing as well, so that's taken off his sheet. Okay, and that's the end of the dwarf's turn. Let's move him up as well, so he's in the right place.
Minions of Dread, do my bidding!
Okay.
Defend yourself, barbarian. Roll your defense
Saves,
dice.
and the goblin only hit once, so that's fine. I knew they'd come for the barbarian.
Try to defend yourself, barbarian.
And
Roll
saves
your
against
defend dice.
again. Oh, orcs running through to attack the dwarf.
Defend yourself.
1 hit.
Dwarf, roll your
Defended.
defend dice.
This one's going to do the same. Yep.
Defend yourself, dwarf.
2
Roll
hits.
your defend dice.
And only the 1 save. So we'll knock that down 1.
barbarian. Roll your defend dice.
That was 2 hits. And he fails to save them. Ouch. Oh! Oh, I didn't put the open door there. Oops. We're killing everybody. So we've got door there. Elf right behind it. Wizard behind that. There we go.
Defend yourself, elf. Roll your defend dice.
Really? 3 defend dice, so come on elf, you better roll white shields. 2 isn't too bad. So he loses 2. That could have been worse.
Abandon your quest now, or meet your end.
Right, what we're going to do, a little bit of strategy here. Going to attack with the elf, step out of the way. We're going to use the wizard to attack the Dread Knight with a genie. I think will be the best one to do. Actually, we could do a ball of flame. We'll try the genie. If that doesn't work, then we've got ball of flame in the other one. So first of all, the elf is going to attack that Dread Knight and miss. He's then going to step out the way. I won't roll to move because he's literally moving 1 space. That's the end of his turn. Let's make sure we move him up out the way so the spell can work. So the wizard is going to cast Genie, which is an air spell. He's going to... No targets found? Does he have to be in the same room? It's within line of sight. That's line of sight, surely. Let's move him 1 closer and see if that does it. Because that's broken if that doesn't. No targets found. So this spell conjures up a genie who does one of the following. Opens any door on the board, revealing what lies beyond. Or uses 5 combat dice to attack any monster within your line of sight. That is within line of sight. So I'm ignoring this for that one, because that should be allowed to hit. If I'm wrong on that, guys, and you can't attack through doorways, that it doesn't count as line of sight, then let me know. But I'm pretty sure if you are here, you get line of sight across the diagonal and the forward. If you're 1 back or any further back, then it's only straight through the door. So that's line of sight. That is going to attack that. So we've got 1, 2 hits and 3 white shields. He saves with 4 dice. So let's have a look if he saves. So we got 1 saved. And where's that last dice? There you go. So he saved 1, takes 1 damage. Well, that sucked. The dwarf is going to turn around and attack him. So we'll end the wizard's turn. Get onto the dwarf. He's going to turn around and attack that Dread Knight as well. Completely misses as the 2 orcs sort of barge and trap him in, so he can't quite swing that axe at him. The barbarian is then going to swing at the abomination for 3 hits. Perfect. The Abomination gets 3 save dice and saves 1, so it takes 2 wounds. It already has 1, so it is dead.
The Abomination has been defeated.
Perfect. We are then actually going to circle round. Perfectly, 7, that was just enough. And we're going to come round here, so that on our next turn we can attack that Dread Knight. Dread Warrior, whatever it is.
For some dread. Try to defend yourself. Dwarf, roll your defend dice.
Nice, 3 white shields.
Defend yourself, barbarian.
That's 1 hit.
Roll your defend dice.
And 2 saves.
Yourself, barbarian. Roll your
Oh.
defend dice.
Orc attacks the Barbarian. That's 2 hits he got on him. And he fails all the saves, so that's another 2 wound. 1, 2, it brings him down to 4. Pretty sure he'll be fine. So he's done.
Yourself, dwarf. Roll your defend dice.
That was 1 hit, but 1 save. That dwarf got it lucky.
Defend yourself, barbarian.
Oh,
Roll your defend dice.
that Dread Warrior did 1 hit out of 4 dice. That Barbarian is lucky. Especially considering the only one that he hit, he saved with 1 shield. Oh, that was close.
Hero's turn.
Okay, Barbarian, he's going to drink this potion of strength. So that gives him 2 extra attack dice. And then he's going to attack that Dread Warrior. Wow. And the Dread Warrior fails to save. So that's 2 hits on him. Which is enough to kill. Awesome.
The Dread Warrior has been defeated.
Brilliant, because that now frees up for the elf and the wizard to come through. So we'll leave the Barbarian there, blocking that goblin. We'll have the elf roll to come through. 7, more than enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring him right around the back, get him in this room. He's then going to attack the orc to the side here. Yeah. That's 1 hit. Can the orc save it? No, he can't. Orc's dead.
The orc has been defeated.
Okay, dwarf's turn. He's going to attack the orc behind him, or below him. And misses again. This dwarf is terrible. But he is going to move. Oh, got to see if we can get him to flank around the back of this goblin. Yeah, easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he goes round and ends up here. That way we can bring in the wizard. So we'll end his turn. Bring in the wizard to here. He's going to cast. Now we have used Genie, so that's unusable. We will cast. Where is it? Ball of Flame on the orc. And the orc failed.
The orc has died.
Okay, he can't do anything else, so we'll end the turn there.
My forces strike in great number. Defend yourself, elf. Roll your defend dice.
Oh no. That brings the elf down to 2 body points left. Right. Need to be careful now. So what I'll do with the elf.
Try to defend yourself, barbarian. Roll your defend dice.
Yeah, easy. 3 shields.
Hero's turn.
Okay, so we'll start with the elf. He's going to cast Heal Body to get 4 points back. That brings him back up to 6. Probably didn't need to use it, but we're just being careful. So that will end the elf's turn. The barbarian is then going to attack the goblin below him for 2 hits, so that kills the goblin.
The goblin has died.
And then that'll end his turn. And the dwarf will attack the other goblin for 1 hit. Can the goblin save? Oh, he can't. He is dead. Splattered in green.
Goblin has been defeated.
Okay, so we can move 6s now. So we'll go and get a chest. And yes, we'll pick it up. And then you can move back 3. There we go. The wizard can move 6, so he'll go and pick one up. And come back 2. And then we've got the... well, it's the end of turn. So go to Zargon's turn.
My goal is to destroy you, heroes. Hero's turn.
Okay, so while carrying a chest, they can only move 1 movement dice. But because there is nothing left on the board, it's a bit weird how they do this, that you've got to carry the chests out from the dungeon. Because we know that we have to go this way round. There are no more monsters because we've opened all the doors. Oh, I didn't want to do that. We've searched... Let's move him back. We've searched all the rooms for treasure, apart from this one. I don't think... No, we did because we had the abomination appear there, I think it was. So there is literally nothing else stopping them now. As long as they go through here, across, down through here, through this, through these doors, there's no traps in the way. So what we'll do is basically we're just going to speed them as fast as we can to get through this. And we'll just do one at a time because of the way you can do this. And we'll get them out. The reason I'm not sort of skipping this for you guys is A, so you can see me get them out, but B, also so you can see what I spend the money on, if anything. I can't remember how much we're getting for each hero at the end of this quest, so I don't think we're going to have enough to buy anything. The wizard certainly will. The elf won't, or might. The barbarian may, and the dwarf won't. I can't see it being enough for the dwarf to be able to buy anything worthwhile. So there's that one gone. Yes, we'll accept them.
You have done well, brave heroes.
240 gold each. So that's, wow, only 60 gold each. So that's 155 for the barbarian. 60 for the dwarf. 95 for the elf. And what would that be? 219 for the wizard. Damn, that wizard is packing some coin.
Prepare for future quests, my friends. Select a quest.
Okay, so let's have a look. We need something for the wizard. Now we know he can't wear the helmets, can't use the shields. He's got a staff. Potion of speed isn't really going to help him. Longsword isn't going to help. Can't wear chainmail. Oh, he can wear braces, maybe combined with the helmet or shield, but it's 550 coins. Toolkit, not really needed. Crossbow may not be used by the wizard. Back to a shield. Holy water, not really. Well, we don't have the coin for it. It's 400 coin. Wow. Broadsword, short sword, shield, plate mail, and hand axe. Again, not being used by the wizard. So yeah, the wizard really gets mugged off in this game. I know in some of the expansions he does get some cooler spells, but seeing as you can only pick 3 spell types, it does still limit you. So yeah, those are now back as part of this. Where are we? There. But yeah, that's the end of this quest, guys. So once again, we are still running to see what we name our heroes. So all you need to do, if you want to name a hero, leave a comment, the type of the hero, so the character, barbarian, dwarf, elf or wizard, and the name that you want them to have. Do that 1 comment per character, and then that way the comment that has the most likes, or the name that gets chosen for that same character the most, so the one that has the most comments, is what will be decided for that character. So for example, if the barbarian has 3 comments, one of them has 3 likes, that's a total of 6 for the barbarian with the same name, assuming all 3 comments were the same name. So yeah, if you want to do that, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise we're going to end up with some heroes saving the land and nobody knows their name to give them credit. But that is all for today, guys. So thank you ever so much for joining me. If you're enjoying these, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not already following the channel for more playthroughs on this epic hero quest, as well as painting videos. But yeah, that is all, guys. So until next time, as always, take it easy, keep painting those minis and playing those board games.